Well, I told you there'd be a Nintendo Direct on Thursday, and there's a Nintendo Direct on Thursday. Nintendo just announced right now that there is a Nintendo Direct tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. By the way, I'm going to be live streaming the heck out of this Nintendo Direct bright and early tomorrow morning. Click the link in the description down below to bookmark the page and get ready and make sure you're there for when this thing starts. We're going to start the live stream at 8 a.m. Eastern, 5 a.m. Pacific. This is the first Nintendo Direct in the Switch 2's released era, so we gotta go big, and I hope Nintendo does too. I'll see you there, 8 a.m. tomorrow. Link in the description down below. The slight problem is it is a partner showcase. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from Switch Force. I told you there was a Direct this Thursday. There's a Direct this Thursday, but let's get it out of the way right now. Are you bummed that it's a partner showcase? Let me know in the comments down below. The issue here is it's not a Nintendo Direct Mini, which has the ability to have both first-party and third-party titles. It is a straight-up Nintendo Direct partner showcase, which is very bizarre because that sort of goes against the entire reason we thought they needed to have a Nintendo Direct, which was to cement release dates for Nintendo Switch 2 games and possibly show us new Nintendo Switch 2 games, given that we don't have a lot of dates or Nintendo Switch 2 games from Nintendo. Now, this could still be a fun presentation, and we do need a lot of third-party stuff to start coming out of the woodwork. I don't think this means that there's not a general Direct in the future, or at least in the relatively near future. And look, I'm totally fine if you want to send the three monsters after Nintendo and tell them like, hey, this is unacceptable, this is ridiculous. Send the Yakuza and say, hey, we need a real Direct. I get it. But I do think that Nintendo could do one of two things here, okay? So one, they could have a full-on general Direct in the future. And two, they could leverage the Nintendo Today app to announce release dates for some of their games that have already been announced that maybe are coming sooner rather than later. So Nintendo has used that app before, and I wouldn't put it past them to have this partner showcase tomorrow and then still be like, hey, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment is out September 3rd or whatever date it's out via the Nintendo Today app. They don't need to announce a big brand new title on Nintendo Today, but they also could do that. Let me remind you that Nintendo announced Splatoon Raiders kind of out of nowhere, tied to no Direct, with no fanfare, and it just, boom, it was just there. And we actually had some leaks from retailers about Splatoon Raiders yesterday, about how the game is going to be focusing on single-player exploration. We'll probably talk about those in the future, but let's go over what this cannot be, and that cannot be Metroid Prime 4, it cannot be Kirby Air Riders, it cannot be the much rumored and talked about, like, is there a secret holiday game for Nintendo? It cannot be any of those things. What it can be is publishing partners for Nintendo, okay? I don't know that Nintendo can have Hyrule Warriors in this. Like, it's developed by a different studio. That might be the one, but I don't believe that can be here. I think this is going to be a lot of games from mostly a lot of Eastern publishers, a lot of titles that you would kind of think should have already been announced, like a lot of games that are coming for Nintendo Switch 2, and maybe not like the huge ones, although there could be a surprise or two there, but mostly like the games that, like, okay, hey, of course we were going to get more Bandai Namco stuff coming to Switch 2, right? Of course we were going to get more Capcom stuff coming to Switch 2. Feels like that is what they are kind of going for here, and it feels like that's what's kind of going to happen. I personally find it to be a bit of a misstep, as I think they should lead with the first-party stuff that helps define the Switch 2. Now, from their perspective, they don't need to, right? Like, they can just say, hey, we had insane sales with Mario Kart World and the launch of the system. DK Bonanza has been fantastic thus far. We don't really need anything else right now to push it. We just had Mario Party Jamboree, and we know that Kirby and the Forgotten Land, the Kirby Switch 2 upgrade, is coming in the near future. We're fine, but it does feel like a bit of a bummer and a bit strange. Like, you have this new expensive system, this new system that sold out and was hard to get, and you don't really want to stand on the mountaintop and yell about what games you have coming. Like, if I was Nintendo, I'd want to do that to help really establish what we got going on. And from their perspective, maybe they feel they have with Pokemon Legends ZA. Maybe that they think kind of gets them in the clear for a while. Like, hey, we announced we got these games. They don't have dates, but we announced Pokemon Legends ZA, and that's in October, and we have a date for that. Like, when is Metroid Prime 4 coming, Nintendo? Where is that game, and when is it happening? It's been announced and shown a lot. Is there a date? Is that going to end up being like a big holiday title, or is that something that's going to come out in September? Again, we do have the opportunity for the Nintendo Today app to give us something. I mean, they're loaded up with Drag Drive, but we know that's a budget title, and that's not going to really move the needle for Nintendo Switch 2 owners, or probably anybody. We've got Kirby. We've got Pokemon Legends ZA, but that's a crossover title. I mean, Metroid Prime 4 as well is a Switch 1 and Switch 2 cross-gen game, but people are just much more excited for that one, and it would be great to have more Switch 2 games. We're going to get a lot of Switch 2 games tomorrow. We're just not going to get the Nintendo variety. So let me know your take in the comments down below. I'll be back later today with predictions. I would love there to be some, just, I guess, completion of dates that have already been not established, but games that have been, right? So we got Elden Ring announcement, the Tarnished Edition, but we don't have a date. We have like Final Fantasy VII Remake, but we don't have a date. When are these games coming? Give us release dates, complete that cycle, and then give us a whole lot new from third parties. And maybe a shadow drop or two would help sweeten the deal and alleviate some of the missing that we're not going to have Nintendo at the Nintendo Direct for the system that they put out. And it's just been out 2 months, and we don't have a ton of games listed. It's kind of a bizarre period in time for Nintendo, but I think that they will get it right eventually. All right, tomorrow might not be the greatest show on earth, but there will be a great show coming. In the meantime, though, let me know your take. What are you hoping to see tomorrow? How do you feel about a partner showcase tomorrow at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern? Everybody will be there. We'll be excited. We'll be ready to go, and we'll see what they have in store for us. So thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Get up early with me tomorrow. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive there. And until next time, Switch Force out.